We have high expectations of our teachers in that they trial the activities presented with their selected class. For example, teachers are now expected to provide students with 2 or 3 explicit learning goals and evaluate these at some stage during the lesson. Our final PLAT meeting this year will be a showcase of what teachers have been doing. Staff will have the chance to celebrate their success by sharing examples of elements we have looked at so far: explicit learning goals, getting knowledge ready, evaluation of learning goals, and the use of hinting. The opportunity to ask challenging questions about how these have impacted on student learning will also be given. This slide is showing an image of our PLAT teachers working, and often they work in triads, not the whole PLAT, and these have been selected. And I also think it's important to mention that principal class and our teaching and learning coach visits each of the PLATs, so they rotate around it, so they attend every PLAT meeting. The 2 goals set out in our professional learning portfolio are: have and communicate high expectations and improve literacy levels. During PLAT meetings, staff work on specific teaching and learning strategies. We believe it is imperative staff think about what they have been trialling and what they have learnt from the experience. Alana Bryant is our teaching and learning coach, and her skills have been invaluable in supporting the work of the PLATs. Alana presented a session at our first curriculum day which focused on change management. Our second curriculum day was devoted to building better relationships for learning. Ramon Lewis was invited to speak to the whole staff. The focus was on learning about hinting and discussion and making students responsible. Teachers are now being challenged and supported to try out new hinting strategies with their selected cohort and then share the impact they thought this had within the triads and the whole PLAT group. I have provided a brief snapshot of the challenging and exciting work we have been doing. Our PLATs will also be used to discuss assessment for learning when we analyse and use data to improve student achievement. This will be a major priority in 2009. Learning leaders will also have more time, now that training is not so intense, to act as a coach for each PLAT member to help them further reflect and refine their teaching and learning. This will include peer observation and hopefully lead to a whole coaching culture.
Been lots of talk about journeys today. During the numeracy training, Peter, I remember, asked the learning leaders to think of a metaphor for how we were feeling at that stage about our place in the AIZ project. And Tony, one of our learning leaders, came up with this fabulous picture of herself as a bus driver and, vision of the staff getting on board, and that was her job, to drive the bus and move us all forward, the people in her PLAT. So at the risk of exhausting that metaphor, I'd like to borrow it today and add to it from this later stage in the journey. As drivers, our learning leaders have a strong commitment to this project, stronger than ever. Many of the travellers are on board, but we can vary the speed to pick up the stragglers along the way. Looking back, we're sure we've taken the right course in what we've done so far, and even though at times we've felt we were driving blind, we now realise it is important when innovating to be able to live with uncertainty, even ambiguity, and to remain open-minded. We have got a clear idea of the destination: improve student achievement, and we are confident that the structures we've set up at RDSC now will take us into the next phase of the journey and allow us to implement effectively the literacy, numeracy and developmental management strategies. Thanks.